Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
I want to thank the listeners and viewers of Infowars. And on this Thanksgiving and this Black Friday that's coming up, we're going to extend free shipping store-wide to people specifically that have the promo code FREE.
Welcome back. Joining me in the studio is Darrin McBreen, my good friend, and it is Thanksgiving. We've got a lot to be thankful for, but what are we most thankful for, Darrin?
I'd say thanks for Trump. Absolutely.
Right. I can't feel so good to say, let me tell you.
Still celebrating, by the way.
Yeah, and now let's look at what Trump's going to do in his first 100 days.
Today, I would like to provide the American people with an update on the White House transition and our policy plans for the first 100 days. Our transition team is working very smoothly, efficiently, and effectively. Truly great and talented men and women, patriots indeed, are being brought in, and many will soon be a part of our government, helping us to make America great again. My agenda will be based on a simple core principle: putting America first. Whether it's producing steel, building cars, or curing disease, I want the next generation of production and innovation to happen right here on our great homeland, America, creating wealth and jobs for American workers. As part of this plan, I've asked my transition team to develop a list of executive actions we can take on day one to restore our laws and bring back our jobs. It's about time. These include the following. On trade, I am going to issue our notification of intent to withdraw from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, a potential disaster for our country. Instead, we will negotiate fair bilateral trade deals that bring jobs and industry back onto American shores. On energy, I will cancel job-killing restrictions on the production of American energy, including shale energy and clean coal, creating many millions of high-paying jobs. That's what we want. That's what we've been waiting for. On regulation, I will formulate a rule which says that for every one new regulation, 2 old regulations must be eliminated. So important. On national security, I will ask the Department of Defense and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to develop a comprehensive plan to protect America's vital infrastructure from cyber attacks and all other form of attacks. On immigration, I will direct the Department of Labor to investigate all abuses of visa programs that undercut the American worker. On ethics reform, as part of our plan to drain the swamp, we will impose a 5-year ban on executive officials becoming lobbyists after they leave the administration, and a lifetime ban on executive officials lobbying on behalf of a foreign government. These are just a few of the steps we will take to reform Washington and rebuild our middle class. I will provide more updates in the coming days as we work together to make America great again for everyone, and I mean everyone.
That's right. He said everyone. He means everyone. Even the cast of Hamilton, I think, is included in this.
It's pretty awesome.
But what did he do? On that same day, he brought in the heads of like all the mainstream media and basically chewed them a new one.
God, I
got to give thanks for that.
I would have loved to have been there.
I hope there's video of this because
Lester Holt was there. I mean, he just
Wolf
basically
Blitzer, Stephanopoulos, and he basically reamed them all. He the head of CNN, he chewed him a new one and said, "You're a liar, and your whole group is full of liars." And he says he's ashamed of them. It's just great to see somebody talking off the cuff when we've had so much political correctness going on in our world. So
Absolutely.
I'm really happy to see that. What are you thankful for with President Trump so far?
Well, I'm thankful that he got in there. Never thought I would live to see the day where we actually brought in an anti-establishment candidate and we win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing. And I think if it wasn't for the internet and if it wasn't for social media, independent media, we'd probably be looking at a Jeb Bush presidency or a Hillary Clinton presidency, because it's always been Hillary Clinton and the establishment media versus Donald Trump and the social media, independent media. Yours truly, Infowars. And so I'm very thankful that we actually did it. We got a lot of work to do, though. A lot of work to do.
We do have a lot of work to do, and there's a lot of misinformation coming out. Kissinger comes out and says, "Oh, I think we can mold Trump."
Sure.
And I think that's total BS. But, you know, then you have the BET founder saying, let's give Trump a chance. So you've got, you know, and Black Entertainment Television. that's good to see, a leading voice in the black community come out and say, hey, let's give Trump a chance. Let's see what happens. Even Tom Hanks has kind of reversed course and said, you know what? I hope in 4 years I'm going to be wanting to vote for President Trump after he played like a hick racist in a bunch of these anti-Trump skits on Saturday Night Live.
All kinds of weird things going on with celebrities right now. You've got Green Day with their the American Music Awards. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA during their live performance. And then on the flip side, what is up with Kanye West lately? He sounds like Alex Jones, and now it looks like he needs to go to a re-education camp or something.
Well, you can't be TWB, Trump while black.
Yeah.
You have to toe the line of that people like Jay-Z and Beyonce have established, which is back the slavery candidate, the pro-mental slavery, the pro-plantation candidate.
Democrat plantation.
And yeah, so poor Kanye is now, but he's also a workaholic. So that may have something to do with it. But let's hope he doesn't come out and then say, I am sorry, I am now a drone. Donald Trump.
Hey, but he wasn't afraid to get booed by a huge audience. So there was a lot of people there.
Now, the big news, McBreen, is it came out in the New York Times. Trump drops threat of new Hillary investigation. That's the big headline now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. And then Joe Biggs came in here and was talking to us. And there's an article now from Fox News that basically says it's wrong. And they link to the tweets from this, let's see, her name is Maggie Haberman, and she was there in this meeting that he had with the New York Times. And so everybody's pointing to this tweet here. It says, my inclination would be for whatever power I have on the matter is to say, let's go forward. And this has been looked at for so long ad nauseum, talking about a Clinton investigation, a new Clinton investigation.
Which I don't like the sound of that.
But then you go down a little farther. It says, and he also says, I want to move forward, and he's not looking to go back through this. All right, but then Trump says no when asked if he is taking investigations off the table for Clintons, but as he doesn't want to hurt the Clintons. So he's not taking them off the table. He's not saying he's not going to investigate. And really, it's not going to be him doing the investigation. It's going to be Jeff Sessions.
New sheriff in town when it comes to Attorney General. New sheriff in town. Well, you know that phrase, are your ears burning? Like I would call my mom sometimes and she would say, are your ears burning? I was just talking about you. Well, I want to know if Donald Trump's feet are burning right now, because I'm going to hold Donald Trump's feet to the fire. He made a campaign promise to prosecute Hillary Clinton. And remember, one of the more famous, or one of the more popular chants during the Trump rallies, lock her up, lock her up. So I really hope that he's going to go after her.
One of the more popular shirts, Hillary for
prison. I mean, come on, so it was like every fifth person, we saw so many of them there at the Trump rallies. I wonder if this isn't some kind of smoke screen, because the more, if let's say Obama has a sense that Trump is really going after Hillary, then the more likely he might pardon her. So maybe he wants to just look like, hey, it's all going to be good. And
I think he's going to wait till January 20th and after, when he becomes sworn in as president. Mm-hmm. And then, it's after the inauguration. Then he's going to be free to launch those investigations. And then Kim.com came out and said in a tweet, substantial new leaks about Clinton crime family can be expected after the inauguration of President Trump.
Good.
So Ken.com seems to be in the know. He's got some links to the WikiLeaks people. He says he doesn't have any of these emails in his possession, but he does say that he knows. I guess he's got some inside scoop of what's going on. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. And right now, Obama's running around saying, oh, we got to worry about fake news. Fake news is the thing to look after. Notice that. It's like all of a sudden they've turned on the faucet for fake news, yet we keep catching them in fake news. We just pointed it out, how the New York Times said, oh, he's not going to go after Clinton. Then when you read the tweets, he said he's not taking it off the table. So he never said he's not going to go after him. He just said, we're going to wait and see. He really doesn't want to go through with it, though. He said, oh, I'm going to feel bad about being thrown into that briar patch.
I'd like to give her time to heal. But, hey, this whole fake news thing is, look, the mainstream media is in shock. The establishment media and the entire establishment, for that matter, they're in total shock right now, because they really did expect Hillary to rig the election and win it.
So what are they resorting to? They're resorting to things like this new Hamilton controversy that has been around since early this week, talking about how the Hamilton cast got up and talked to Mike Pence and how it was so bad. Well, here's my take on this. And then I guess to finish up the show, we're just going to go to a bunch of reports that shows why we're thankful that Trump is our president. Rob Dew with Infowars.com, and I want to weigh in on the Hamilton controversy because I'm sick of hearing about it, for one, and I'd hope to put it to bed with this statement. But first, let's look at what Hamilton star Brandon Dixon said to Vice President-elect Mike Pence back on November 18th.
You know, we had a guest in the audience this evening. And Vice President-elect Pence, I see you walking out, but I hope you will hear us just a few more moments. There's nothing to boo here, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing to boo here. We're all here sharing a story of love. We have a message for you, sir, and we hope that you will hear us out. And I encourage everybody to pull out your phones and tweet and post, because this message needs to be spread far and wide, okay? Vice President-elect Pence, we welcome you, and we truly thank you for joining us here at Hamilton and American Musical. We really do. We, sir, we are the diverse America who are alarmed and anxious that your new administration will not protect us, our planet, our children, our parents, or defend us and uphold our inalienable rights, sir. But we truly hope that this show has inspired you to uphold our American values and to work on behalf of all of us. All of us. This wonderful American story told by a diverse group of men, women of different colors, creeds, and orientations.
So by the morning of November 19th, this was everywhere, how the cast called out Mike Pence and the crowd was booing him, and they made it such a big deal that conservatives were then forced to respond and say, how dare the cast of Hamilton speak out and bully Mike Pence? Well, first of all, you just saw it. There was no bullying going on. In fact, he said, hey, let's not boo. I've got a message, and everybody record this and put it out on social media. That's what this is about, people. This is about the free expression of ideas. There was nobody being attacked. There was nobody being threatened. So like he just said in the video, we truly hope that this show has inspired you to uphold our American values and work on behalf of all of us. Well, I don't think anywhere during the campaign did Mike Pence or Donald Trump say, hey, make America great again is only for a certain number of people. It's only for this group of people over here. That's what the left tried to portray it as, that it was this racist, sexist, homophobic guy who was going to get into the presidency. And I'm going to show you in a little bit how that's clearly not the case. But conservative talk show hosts and media then jumped on the bandwagon and piled on and started looking into this guy's past, Brandon Dixon. Oh, he called women hoes. He's done this. He's sexist. He's racist. Where is that getting us? Really? Really? Okay, the right likes to go after the SJWs, and every time they cry about something and talk about them being butthurt. This is clearly a case of the right being butthurt over really nothing. So I want to encourage the right just to let it die. Let this thing die and let's move on with our lives. And the left wants to go, oh, we got Mike Pence, we told him. No, you didn't. They just asked for something that is really already happening. And I'm going to show you this right now. Back in 2000, Donald Trump was interviewed by the gay magazine The Advocate, and he actually attacked Bill and Hillary Clinton for their treatment of homosexuals. In fact, here's an excerpt. So when asked why gays and lesbians should be interested in you as a presidential candidate, now this is back in 2000, he said, I grew up in New York City, a town with different races, religions, and peoples. It breeds tolerance and all truth. I don't care whether or not a person is gay. I judge people based on their capability, honesty, and merit. It gets better. Would we see gay people in a Trump administration? I want to see the best and brightest. Sexual orientation would be meaningless. I'm looking for brains and experience. If the best person for the job happens to be gay, I would certainly appoint them. So I think that says it all, and that was back in 2000, 16 years before he actually ran for president.
I will do everything in my power to protect our LGBTQ citizens from the violence and oppression of a hateful foreign ideology. Believe me.
Another reason I don't think this is a big deal is because I, being a theater major, know actors. And actors love applause, they love adoration. That's why they go out for their extended curtain calls. And believe me, they feed off this stuff. Okay, I'm not going to say they're vampires, but they love the applause. And they actually took time from their curtain call to stop and bring up an issue that they thought was important. Well, as you can see, I don't think you need to worry about gays, lesbians, transsexuals being excluded or persecuted from a Trump administration. You really don't. And the right, you really don't need to be getting butthurt about this. Let's all move on. And I think if we all grow up a little bit, we can all help make America great again. This is Rob Dew reporting for Infowars.com and Infowars Nightly News.
I want to thank the listeners and viewers of Infowars. We've changed the world. Even mainstream media admits that we're bigger than CNN. We're as big as Fox. We're bigger than the BBC, on Quantcast, you name it. I want to thank you all for your support. And on this Thanksgiving and this Black Friday that's coming up, we're going to extend free shipping store-wide to people specifically that have the promo code FREE. Some of the specials are as high as 50% on incredibly high-quality products like Silver Bullet Colloidal Silver. That's 50% off and free shipping. That is a loss leader at InfoWarsStore.com. Trump is My President shirt is about to sell out. It's limited edition. It is for sale at cost, $9.95, shipping included. All you have to do is put in promo code FREE at checkout to get free shipping on top of discounts up to 50% off store-wide at InfoWarsStore.com. You can also call toll-free 888-253-3139. But for myself, the Infowars family, and everybody else in this fight, I want to salute and thank all of you for your support. Whatever you do, keep spreading the articles, the videos to everybody you know. It is absolutely devastating the globalists because we're on the march and the frickin' empire is on the run.